Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode in the Rayo Vallecano career mode. This is the third episode of the series, and we start today's episode off with a big coming in here for Juan Victoria, our 19-year-old striker from FC Vaduz, who put in a £150,000 offer, which is 30 grand shy of his valuation. We do accept this bid because even though he's just 19 years old and could potentially grow quite nicely if we give him the game time and he goes into good form, the truth of the matter is, in the striker position in this Rayo Vallecano side, we've already got some good players here. We've just signed Oyoza Perez, we've got Miku, we've got Manusho, we've got another striker on the bench as well whose name's escaping me right now. We've got enough talent in the striker role. Guerra, that's it. We've got enough talent in the striker role right now. This guy's not going to get too much game time for us, so because of that, we're going to sell him and cash in on him as soon as possible. But still, for the first game in today's episode, we take on Celta Vigo away from home for our second La Liga game with our new side, coming on the back of the 1-0 defeat to Valencia in our first game with Rayo Vallecano in the last episode. I do want to say as well quickly, thank you so much for supporting the episodes yesterday. I uploaded 1 and 2, episode 1 and 2. They went down really well. I appreciate the support as always. It is very, very nice to see so many of you guys are really excited for this series. But still, in the 28th minute of this game, we won ourselves a free kick here, and Tras Horaz was standing over it. Of course, our captain in the first 11 here with Rayo Vallecano. Now, he's 34 years old. I did say I intend to keep him for at least this one season. We won the free kick here. He's got some good stats. I lined it up nicely, tried to curl into the top corner, and how about this for a goal from Tras Horaz to make it 1-0 to Rayo Vallecano, and for our first goal of the series. I mean, you're not going to score many better than that. Unbelievable strike from Tras Horaz, and the number 10 gives us the lead 29 minutes in, and I am so rubbish with free kicks. I really am. I'm terrible at scoring them. I barely ever score. In my last series with Hamburg, only scored 2 throughout the entire series, if memory serves me correctly, and to already get the first one here with our first goal of the series, I mean, that's just awesome to see. And what a strike it was by Tras Horaz. Inch perfect, right into the top corner. The wall sneaked forward just before he took it, but he didn't care. He bangs it out and makes it 1-0 to the away side. So our first goal of the season, Tras Horaz has got it. He may be 34 years old, but his place in this team is secure for at least this season, and I may still keep him here after his contract runs out come the end of the year if he plays well enough, despite the fact he'll probably decrease in stats. So Celta Vigo 0, Rayo Vallecano 1, but just a few minutes later, Celta Vigo would get themselves back on level terms after Orellana received the ball just inside the area, swiveled on the turn after his first touch, and rifled the ball past Kepa, making his debut in goal for us, and he had absolutely no chance with this strike. An unbelievable shot by the number 14, past our young shot stopper in a flash, and Orellana does make it Celta Vigo 1, Rayo Vallecano 1, so we only led for a few minutes before we concede, and the home side are back on level terms. And in the 38th minute here, another good chance for Celta Vigo, this time to take the lead for the first time in the game after Hernandez found the goal scorer Orellana. He was unmarked to the far post but couldn't hit the target this time and scuffed the shot wide of the post, so still 1-1. We had the final chance of the half though. Pablo Hernandez was played through just inside the area. He took a shot quickly, but the goalkeeper was equal to it, and Celta Vigo scrambled the ball away. So at half time the score was 1-1, a really action-packed first half, and I felt the scoreline was correct. So 1-1 was the score in the break, but in the second half here, not much really happened until the 77th minute, when we had a really good chance to retake the lead. Oyoza Perez found Manusho off the bench down the left-hand side. He gave it to our left-back Nacho, whipped across into the centre, found Lopez with a free header. He was unmarked, but could only hit the bar, and Celta Vigo scrambled the ball clear. What an opportunity for the Levante man to get his first goal for the club. Sorry, the former Levante man to get his first goal for the club, but he could only hit the bar, and eventually Perez's shot went over the bar after he took aim from just outside the area. So final score was Celta Vigo 1, Rayo Vallecano 1. Our second game in charge of Rayo Vallecano does end in a draw, so we pick up our first point here with our new side, but we really should have won this game. We had the chances, we had the opportunities, we just didn't take them, and that chance towards the end there for Ivan Lopez, I mean, he's a right back, we can't expect much, but he had a free header, he was about 8 yards out, he surely had to score, instead could only hit the bar, but still, 1-1 was the final score, so we'll take the point. Moment of the match, no real surprise, Tras Horaz's unbelievable free kick, what a goal that was, looked even better on that replay there, but still, the game did finish 1-1, and we'll take the point because, you know, even though I did just say there, we had the chance to win the game, I'm frustrated we didn't. I'm just glad to know that we do make sure we get off the mark in terms of points on match day 2, and we do get something after our defeat on the opening day. But still, following that, it was time for transfer deadline day. We did see our striker got sold to Vaduz, and that was it. it. We decided not to bid for any players. We spent £12.75 million in this summer transfer window, our first one with Rayo Vallecano, and I decided to call it an early night and not bother taking part in transfer deadline day because, we probably could have signed possibly one decent young prospect with about £1 million that we had left over. We've got some good young players here already. We're training a couple as part of this Rayo Vallecano side that we inherited. We signed 4 already ourselves. I'm fine with the side we currently have right now, at least until January. We'll see if we can raise some cash through performances on the pitch in competitions like the Copa del Rey, and I guess that's the only way we can make money really, and requesting some funds, and then possibly buying 1 or 2 players in January. I don't really see the point in just buying someone out of desperation on deadline day when we don't need to. We may as well keep holding the cash and see what we can spend it on in the January transfer window. So deadline day ended pretty quickly, and following that, as you can see, as we enter September, you can see the squad report and what we are left with until the January transfer window at the earliest. And I must say, I'm liking the team we currently have right now. Of course, this is only the 3rd episode of the series. We know that in episodes to come, this side will look nothing like this, but as a starter squad, it's not too bad. We've already sold on a couple of deadwood players. We brought in again 4 good young talents as well, all Spanish too, which is what I like to see. This side is not that bad at all, and the board have, of course, given us aims this season of finishing in mid-table and reaching around the 32 stage in the Copa del Rey. The latter's already been met, and we haven't even kicked a ball in that competition because we're already automatically going to the round of 32 stage. And in La Liga, to finish in mid-table, I'm pretty confident we can do that with this side. I'm almost certain we can do that. I don't predict us to be finishing, around the relegation zone come the end of the season. I'm confident we can at least finish in mid-table, and that'll be enough for the boys to keep us on. So in the first season, it's not about European qualification. It's not about anything like that. The first season with this Rayo Vallecano side, knowing that it's not too good, but it's not terrible, it's going to be all about laying the groundwork early, and that's exactly what we started off doing in this summer transfer window. I'm totally fine with the squad we have right now. We'll try and change a couple of things in January, but between now and January, it's all about figuring out the best formation and the best play style with this team, and just seeing what we can do in the first half of the season. So deadline day ends, nothing really happened, and that is that. So following that, we have our second game in today's episode, the second and final game in today's episode against Deportivo back here at home. Coming on the back of that 1-1 draw against Celta Vigo, now back in front of our home crowd since the first game. The first chance fell to Deportivo after some suicidal defending. They had a really good chance here just inside the area, but rifled the shot over the bar. But that was it for the first half. Nothing had really happened. And look at these stats at the break as well. Deportivo had 56% possession and 97% pass accuracy. A really good first half for them in terms of keeping hold of the ball, and frustrating us they were. But in the second half, just 10 minutes after the restart, a good chance for us to take the lead here. Bangura went for a goal from just outside the area, but his shot was well saved with the goalkeeper and turned behind for a corner. And with 20 minutes to go here, a good chance for Deportivo to take the lead here and get themselves in front. Shani receives the ball just inside the area, takes it around his man, gives it to his teammate, but Mosquera can't keep his shot down, and it goes over the bar. So we were still deadlocked at 0-0, but with 15 minutes to go here, Ebert comes off the bench and sprints down the right-hand side. Momentarily, he loses out to Chani, but wins it back off him, crosses the ball to the far post, picks out his fellow substitute Manusho, who strikes the ball on the volley and finds the back of the net to surely win us the game and give us our first 3 points of this series. So great to see the substitutes coming off the bench, linking up, Ebert going down the right hand side, chipping it to the centre where Manusho was ready and waiting, and with a free volley he cushions it well in off the far post and into the back of the net. So a free volley for the Angola Mills on the weaker right foot, really good technique, keeps it down, hits it in off that far post, it just clips the inside of it before going into the back of the net. No chance for the goalkeeper, and the number 9 surely wins us the game through coming off the bench. So Rayo Vallecano 1, Deportivo 0. We look as though we're going to claim our first win of the season, and it comes courtesy of our substitute striker. So with no goals for Perez yet, good to see Manusha come off the bench and score possibly the winner. Maybe he's set for a start in the next game. So Rayo Vallecano 1, Deportivo 0. And as the game was coming to its close, with 6 minutes to go, once again those two would link up. Ebert getting sent down the right hand side, crossing it to the centre, and again Manusha's there waiting. This time wins the ball with the header and puts it past the goalkeeper to make it 2-0 to Rayo Vallecano and secure the points here at home. So a big win for us on match day 3 after 2 games without one, and once again the same combination. Ebert going down the right hand side, crossing it to the centre, and Manusha is there in the middle to head it in to the back of the net. So 2-0 to Rayo Vallecano, both goals coming from from our Angolan striker off the bench, and the final chance fell here as Deportivo got desperate, started launching long balls into the box, and how about this? After we cleared it, Sydney received the ball. He was inside his own half. He had no support. Perez robbed it off him, went through one-on-one. Sydney couldn't catch up, and it was great to see Perez find the back of the net himself and make it Rayo Vallecano 3, Deportivo 0. So all three of our goals coming inside the final 15 minutes. The first two being scored by Minuccio off the bench, and the third coming to our new signing, Iosa Perez, who robbed Sydney, and once he got caught out in no man's land, he wasn't going to catch up. Perez robs it off him before he had time to react, runs through, and a really cool finish by Perez secures the points in style as we win the game by 3-0. And this was the change that really helped us win this game as well. With the 4-2-3-1, it is my favourite formation in this year's FIFA, but sometimes it's a little bit too structured, if you know what I mean. Sometimes you just need to force the ball forward and try and get as many attempts on goal as possible. That's what won us this game, really, being a bit more urgent, a bit more attacking, taking more risks. And again, we had like 3 strikers on the pitch at this stage. You know, 2 strikers up top, Minuccio and Perez, and also 1 in the attacking midfield role. 2 wingers getting forward as well. That's what helped us win that game, and it was really good to see that the risk did pay off. But the moment of the match for me was this goal by Minuccio, a superb volley, volleying the ball in off the inside of the post and scoring the first goal to send the fans into raptures. And of course, we do win the game by 3-0. It's our first victory with Rayo Vallecano. Great to get off the mark in terms of wins, and it only took 3 attempts. But that will end today's episode in the Rayo Vallecano career mode, guys. So a big thank you for watching. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like. Likes, of course, much appreciated, and it really helps the channel grow as well. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic Sunday, and I'll see you for the next episode in the Rayo Vallecano career mode very soon.